Hi guys, how are you doing? How have you been? I am grateful to each and every one of you. Every one of you. I'm just overwhelmed with the love that you've shown, the support, the likes that you give to the videos, the comments that you always share, and I get to read them and become encouraged, and it gets me to think as well. I am so grateful for each one of you. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure to do so that these videos can reach even to other people. The more you like, the more it gets recommended to someone else. Okay? All right, so from the topic you can see today we're discussing reading books. Reading books. How good or bad are you at reading books? I am loved by the God of all. I am loved. Yes, I am loved. Reading books for me began when I was in primary. Remember the small two books, the story books, the ladybird story books, Goldilocks, there was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, there was Sleeping Beauty. What other book? They were so colorful by the end, it really motivated kids to read. So that's where my interest for reading books began. And moving on to the later primary classes, I think 7 and 8 there was a kid named, there's this chick who was called Melody, and Melody would carry amazing books to school. And people would be in queue waiting for these books to read them because, man, they were just so amazing. And I would say that's where my interest came from. Reading books came early for me. But moving to high school, campus, the interests went a bit low because now I knew I'm reading for exams, It's not satisfying when you're reading something so that you can get tested at it. And there was so much to read in high school and campus. There was so much to read. Later on in life, I went to do an internship somewhere that the supervisor there loved books and he would give me books to read. And I got to another internship that we would read books, but this time round we would read and write reports, and it wasn't the best experience for me. So I guess there again I was challenged in that area of reading books. But moving forward, I would say that I have loved reading books all my life. I would say that. And there are so many benefits of reading books. There are so many benefits. First and foremost, it builds your ability to imagine things. I'll give an example of Twilight, Breaking Dawn, New Moon, and what other? Eclipse. If you watched all of those movies, you knew there were books earlier on. I think books came earlier and then the movie came out later. And books were amazing. Books gave you the ability to imagine all of those characters, and you know how many characters those movies had, So if you're able to think of a character in your mind and just follow these characters to the different things they went through, and man, it was just amazing. And it's crazy what your mind can do. Your mind is able to imagine, your mind is able to create. You cannot compare reading a book to watching a movie. You cannot compare, because you see, for a movie, everything is processed. The characters are there. All you need to do is just follow and be attentive. But now for a book, everything within you is involved. Your concentration, your imagination, your creativity, all of these things are at play for you to fully grasp what was behind this book. So it builds the ability to imagine and create. The other benefit that I really love is you get to hang out with the coolest people in the world. The people that you look up to, whether it's in the movies department, actors, actresses, leaders, politicians, business people, all of these people, religious leaders, you get to hang out with them through books. Obviously we can't reach to all of them physically, but if they have written a book, that is them pouring out their ideas. That is them giving you a blueprint of how they have gotten to where they are. So you get to hang out with them. You get to get advice. My God, advice from the people you admire, you guys. Oprah, Michelle Obama, Warren Buffett, Mark Zuckerberg, all these amazing people that have written books. It means they have given you a blueprint of how they got to where they are. And there's something that people say that you are an average of the 5 people you hang out with. So imagine you're hanging out with the coolest people. How will you not be cool as well? If you're hanging out with successful people, it means that you will become successful as well. So imagine you are getting advice from these people. You get to see their life every day through the books. How will you not get to where they are? Because they have literally given you the steps. you know, the guidelines to how they got where they are. So that's the other thing I really love about books. Getting advice from all of these books for free, almost free by the way, because books are cheap. Books take a long time to write, right? It takes you maybe even an year, or depending on how the ideas come flowing, it will take you even 2 years. People take years to write books, and compressing all of this information in a movie or in an episode of a series, you cannot compare that to a book. It's really, the books are extensive. They give you the deepest, you know, thoughts of this person. It takes you through the journey that this person went through, literally reading or writing this book rather. And people who say that books are expensive and you cannot afford them, you know, if you look around you, there is so much material to read. You know, let's look at the Bible. Who has read the 66 books? Those are already 66 books for you to read. So you can't say that there are no books to read, because if you've covered all these books, it means you have knowledge on different things and how to do life. And by the way, there's someone else who said that the Bible is like the blueprint of everyone that has ever written, you know. Everything that has been written by different people, the foundation is the Bible. So, I mean, if you have the Bible, you are as wealthy as everyone else in the world. So you can pick up that challenge and don't say you don't have anything to read. The other benefit is you get to engage in conversations and have something to talk about. You know, if you read different concepts, whether it's science, whether it's fiction, you know, romantic books, whether it's on business, you have something to talk about. And by the way, nowadays people write about everything. You know, there's a book even about how to play chess. Different concepts, everything is in books. So when people start talking about politics, it means you're not dry. You don't have to just sit there and nod your head and be like yes, no, or you know, just be left there thinking, wow, what are these people talking about? You have something to contribute to conversations. And the other thing is your vocabulary grows, you know, it becomes expansive. I would say that's one of the reasons I am taking reading books very seriously. I really want to be an eloquent speaker. I know I am not there yet. You know, you listen to people who are orators and you're like, wow, how did they talk for 10 minutes without stuttering and without the arms and the ears and the nose, you know? All these filler words, they don't have them in their conversations and their speeches. So yeah, that's one of the big reasons that I really love to continue reading books, because I know that it will grow me in that aspect. So my challenge to us is read as much as you can. What food is to the body is what reading does to the brain. You know, it gets to exercise your ability to retain information, ability to imagine, to create, you know, to digest information, to concentrate, because sticking through that book to the end is not easy, by the way, and it's something that comes with time, okay? Just like any other muscle, you exercise it so that it becomes effective. Yeah, so I would say those are the benefits of reading books that really resonate with me, and some that I have picked and applied in different areas of life. So I encourage us to keep reading, and I would like to know through the comment section what book you're reading right now and what book has really impacted you, and yeah, a book that you recommend for someone else to read. Well, that's the end of our video today, guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Please give this video a like so that it gets to someone else. You don't forget to leave your comment down below and let me know what book you're reading. All right, bye.